Okay, everybody, today is the day the Real ID rule goes into effect. We have to be compliant with this if you want to fly domestically here in the United States. I'm Maycay Beeler, Chief Transportation Correspondent with Queen City News. Thanks for joining us here on Queen City News Plus. All right, so what is the Real ID? We've been talking about this really for years and really for months. That look at the deadline. It is Wednesday, today. People have been waiting in lines at their local DMVs to get this special, I guess you can call it, enhanced driver's license. So if you already have one, you would know it, because on your driver's license, there would be a star in the upper right-hand corner, either black or gold. If you're from California, have a little bear on it. It may even say enhanced driver's license. Now, it has enhanced security features compared to your standard driver's license. And the whole point of this is for security. So if you want to board a flight in the United States or enter any certain federal facilities like a nuclear power plant, you will need to have a Real ID. But there are alternatives. We're going to talk about what those alternatives are, how you can get the Real ID, when you really need it by. Is it Wednesday? And what happens if you don't have it? Some information a lot of people don't know. So let's go on and get started. You got to go in person to your DMV. You cannot do this online. People have been waiting in long lines for days and days. Look, if you don't have to fly anytime soon, save yourself the trip. Go later on when it's not a rush and when it isn't crowded. What will you need to take with you when you do go? First of all, make an appointment if you can. Sometimes these appointments take months to secure, or you can just show up and try your luck and wait in line. But again, the lines have been very long in major cities and even tiny towns, so just be aware of that. When you go, you have to take certain documents with you because the government needs to know you are who you say you are. You need to verify your identity and your date of birth. So you need to take with you one document with your full name and date of birth. That can be a passport or a birth certificate. Something with your Social Security number on it. It could be your Social Security card, or it could just be a W-2 form. You got to prove your residency. So if you're here in North Carolina, 2 documents with your current physical address. That can be a utility bill or a bank statement. If you're a non-U.S. citizen, you need a document providing legal presence, lawful status. Now, listen up. If you're going to travel anytime soon and you don't have a Real ID yet, but you have a passport, and it can't be expired, you have a passport card, a military ID, a green card, that's an alternative document. That serves like a Real ID. So you can take that with you. And you're going to be fine. You can show up at the airport if you need to board a flight domestically. You need to show this if you don't have a Real ID. All right. What happens if you don't have it? Don't have a passport, don't have a green card, don't have a military ID, you don't have the Real ID yet, you got to take a flight. What's going to happen to you? Are they going to turn you away? No. The TSA says this is what you need to expect. Instead of just going through quickly with your Real ID or your passport, you're going to be taken aside for additional in-depth screening because they have to vet who you are. They need to know that you are who you say you are. You're not going to be turned away. So what's the difference here? Timing. If you got the Real ID and you're compliant, you go through quickly, ideally. If you don't, you're going to be taken aside for additional security while they vet you. So it's a time thing. Maybe a little bit of a hassle for you as well, a little more of a stressor. So when you can get that Real ID, if you're not in a hurry, wait a couple months, call and make your appointment, though. It could be a couple months before you can get the appointment, or just show up one day when you have time to get the Real ID. All of this information is on your Department of Motor Vehicles website for your state, also on the TSA website. I recommend, even though I'm telling you what you need, go on there anyway. There it is. It's a list of what you need. Go through that, get your documents together before you show up. People have waited in line for hours and they didn't have the right documents with them. Don't let that happen to you. All right, let's see if we have left anything out. You know what it looks like. You got to have the star on it. You've got to understand this is a security feature. You need it to enter certain federal buildings like a nuclear power plant. You need it to board a flight domestically here in the United States. But if you don't have it, you got a passport, you're good as long as it's not expired. Passport card, green card, military ID, and other documents that are listed on those websites, you are good to go. Are they going to turn you away if you don't have any of those? No, but you can expect maybe an additional 30 or 45 minutes while you are taken aside and they vet you. So Wednesday, this is the day, May 7th. Is it a drop-dead cutoff day? No. The TSA says you will not be turned away, but leave extra time to go through additional screening. I hope that helps everyone. Happy travels. I'm Maycay Beeler with Queen City News Plus. If you enjoyed watching this content, be sure to download and watch our full series of Queen City News Plus originals on our app. You can find Queen City News Plus using your streaming devices, including Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and Apple TV. Just search the name, Queen City News Plus. Your support will help us continue our series. We so much appreciate you, and thank you so much for watching.